information. That's nice. You know, if you're going to go out of your way to use English, you should at least maybe look up the spelling first. Otherwise, just use katakana. Anyway, guys, this is my review slash commentary of Black Rock Shooter, the game for the PSP. I thought I'd do a review of this game because, you know, 2014 is here and everybody on YouTube is doing their top 2013 games of the year, whatnot, and looking back, I actually realized the only game I beat was that came out in 2013 was this one, which is pretty sad. And this one doesn't even really count because the Japanese version that I'm playing actually came out in 2011. The US version took, you know, almost 2 years to get localized and released, and it's released digital only on PSN. Anyway, the premise of the story here is that some aliens kind of attacked Earth, and the humans tried to counterattack and was unsuccessful, and they're basically driven almost to extinction. So after 19 years of the conflict, if you can call it that, there's only 12 humans left alive, and this Black Rock Shooter is kind of mankind's last hope slash weapon. So that's a pretty interesting premise for a story. You know, usually you're trying to save the world. Well, now it's pretty much the world is already done and over with, and now you're just trying to survive with just 12 people out of, you know, 6 or 8 billion or whatever there is now. Anyway, the combat for this game is pretty fun. It's real time, and you have a cursor on the screen which you can move around to aim and shoot, and you have, you know, these skills you can assign to each button on the PSP, and to select these skills you hold R1 and press, you know, any of the 4 buttons, and each skill has, you know, different cooldown time and whatnot. And you know, you also have a heat gauge where if you attack too aggressively you'll overheat and basically be unable to move. So it's a nice balance of kind of blocking and dodging and attacking and using skills to maximize their kind of cooldown times. So the combat is actually pretty fun and simple, but addictive. And this is the opening sequence using a song from One OK Rock, I believe they're called. It's a pretty cool band, a Japanese rock band you might want to check out. And I hope you enjoy this cool FMV because you know, they kind of, I don't know if they kind of got tired or something, but this is like the only movie in the game. You're not gonna actually see, you know, any extra cutscenes in the game. So don't be expecting that. No spoilers there. But yeah, One OK Rock. I don't know the name of the song, but you know, it's a pretty good song, I think. And that plane, wouldn't it be nice if you could control that plane? Which, again, try not to spoil too much, but you don't ever get to fly the plane in the game. But, you know, there are some bike side missions where you kind of ride a bike, and those are okay. You know, kind of break up the pace a bit. And so, if you're interested in this game and wondering if you need to watch the OVA or animation or anime, you don't, because the other kind of shows and whatnot really have zero relation to this game whatsoever, so you don't have to watch any of the other stuff to kind of dig into this game. Really, the only thing that is used is just the character design, and that's about it. So as for my review of this game, I think it's an okay game. I would say it's a good budget title that's kind of fun to play without expecting too much. The combat is fun, and the story is not. You're not gonna get some sort of deep character development and deep intricate storyline. It's more kind of like a artsy indie film. As for the gameplay, like I said, the combat is pretty simple, and it does get a little bit repetitive. I think the one main drawback is that you want to use a certain set of skills for certain enemies that works best, and you have to actually go into the menu to kind of swap out your skill set every time you fight different types of enemies. So that's kind of a pain. If you could save even just 2 preset set of skills, then you can quickly swap between the two. I think that would have helped out the game a great deal. And this game is pretty short, so the main storyline can be completed in about, it took me about 15 hours. But don't let that fool you, because after you beat the main game, there's all these side missions and extra things you can unlock. And that took about another 15 hours. So I played this game for about 30 hours to unlock. I didn't even unlock everything, because some of the bike missions you have to do flawlessly, and it's just a real pain and tedious task. But to unlock all the really cool special moves and various costumes, you do have to play quite a bit more. Like I said, about 30 hours. So I think if you can get it, I would not pay more than $20 for this. I think $20 is the max I'll pay for this title. But if you can get it for 15, or I know it's $20 in the PSN right now, but if you can get it for a good price, I think it's a fun and simple title to play. Also, what I would say is the highlight of this game are the boss battles. Each boss has very unique attacks, and they're pretty challenging, and so it's pretty fun to play on. But as for the regular enemies, they get kind of repetitive and recycled, and they have the same attack patterns, just stronger and different colors. That about wraps up my review. I'm not going to try to do any Japanese commentary because this game has been localized and is available in English. And it only has the Japanese audio, so you can kind of see them side by side. And here I'll show you some short gameplay footage of my current save file where most everything's maxed out. Otherwise, you can stop watching this video now if you want to save yourself from any spoilers. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
シグマ効力上昇アクティベートはあエアロバスター行くよアクティベートはあエアロバスターちょっと時間かかってるわね。でもそりゃそうよね。 当たれサテラリコン。このまま終わらせる。当たれサテラリコン。